love having guests on, particularly during tax week. They give me a choice of titles. Tom Wheelwright, CEO of Provision Wealth. That's pretty darn impressive by itself. No, it's not enough for Tom. Tom Wheelwright, also author of Tax-Free Wealth. Wait just a second. Look, I have a copy here.
How about that?
And you printed more than one.
At least 3.
Where is it available?
It's available at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, anywhere books are sold.
See, even if I didn't like you, and I have in the past, but even if I didn't like you, I would like the title of this.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, but is that just a cute title, or is there really wealth that's tax-free?
It's really possible to get there, Pat.
I'll be darned. Your tax strategy for tax-free wealth. Start planning now. Everybody always tells you, right?
Right.
But what if you haven't?
Well, that's why 2 days ago you paid a lot of money, if you haven't.
Yeah.
So now's the time.
A lot of people, though, really find themselves in retirement and in poverty.
They do. They do.
Because of the fact that they didn't plan?
Oh, no question. In fact, and it may be because they put their money in a 401k instead of looking at other options for investing.
Give me an option.
Well, for example, real estate, oil and gas, business. Business is probably the best place in the world to put money.
Well, if you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing.
And you
exactly.
pick the right business.
That's right.
How do I know what I'm doing? Oh, I know. This is one of the ways that I can find out, right?
Of course.
Mistakes that people make. Let's talk about this during tax week. Mistakes that people make, paying too much, for example.
No, I'd say 2 biggest mistakes people make. One is preparing their own taxes and not hiring somebody to do it.
Oh, really? Tell me why.
Well, because a good tax advisor, when they're preparing their tax returns, will actually reduce your taxes and reduce your chances of an audit. So a good tax preparer is really important in your life.
If some of the folks, well, in fact, let's be honest, if a lot of the folks ask for an extension, right? If they're a couple of days late, like, for example, today, in filing for an extension, is there a penalty?
Yeah, there's actually a big penalty.
Oh, come on, the IRS. They're going to take it easy on me for a couple of days, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't. You have to file. In fact, failing to file is worse than failing to pay.
Yeah, you know what?
In fact, it is. It's like a 5% penalty for failure to file and only a 0.5% penalty for failure to pay.
When the IRS sends their rep guy down, nice fella, and when he comes down here a couple of times a year, a lot of times he'll talk about people doing their own taxes and doing it electronically, and they recommend it.
Well, they love it when you do it electronically. That makes it easier for them. And of course, we do all our taxes electronically. But doing it yourself it's fine if you're a W-2 and you don't have much going on. You file a 1040A, 1040EZ, something like that. TurboTax is great. But if you have anything going on, you have a business at home, which is a great idea because it'll help you reduce your taxes. You have some investments in real estate or oil and gas, something like that, then really you ought to consider a tax preparer.
You know, I'm never without my copy of this book, Tom.
I would hope that.
In leafing through this recently, I found a phrase I didn't understand. Well, I found many phrases I didn't understand, but that's why I have you come down here and explain things like the government doesn't want more money?
Well, the government wants you, the tax law is just a series of incentives. That's all it is. It's just an instruction guide to reduce your taxes. So the government wants you to do certain things. For example, the government wants you to build business, so they give you a tax benefit for being a business owner. They want you to invest in oil and gas, so they give you a tax benefit for investing in oil and gas. Or they want you to invest in real estate, so they give you a tax benefit for investing in real estate. They're just it's just a series of incentives. That's really all the tax law is.
If I'm listing deductions, what's the biggest thing I skip that should be available to me?
Probably home office. Home office is the one that I hear tax preparers telling their clients don't take it because it raises a red flag.
Oh, no, for years I've been hearing that.
Yeah, and why would you Why would you not take a deduction that you're legitimately entitled to just because your tax preparer is afraid of the IRS?
Well, what do I have to prove in order to say that this spare bedroom is my office?
It's not that difficult to document. You just show, well, don't put your sofa in there. Don't put a sofa bed in there. Don't put your kids' gaming in there. Okay.
My kids are the reasons why I'm paying taxes. Listen, we've got 30 seconds. Maybe I'm getting a refund. What's the best use of it?
Well, what do you want to do with that? I mean, really the best use is what you want to do with it, but ultimately the best use would be to reinvest it, is to actually take that money, invest it, make more money, pay less tax.
What about buying a book?
Buying a book would be a great idea. Hopefully your refund's bigger than this.
Tom Wheelwright. You know what? There's a lot of good stuff in here. That's why we keep having you down to the Morning Scramble.